G'day there, and welcome to the A.D.K Rock and Metal channel. I'm one of your hosts, Dave Does, and joining me, as always, on the channel, we have our other hosts, Andy from Nomadic Rain and Kirk from Screen Blast Repeat. Hi guys, how you doing?
Good, thanks. Ready for some lowdown, some
God, you stole my thunder. Yes, we're doing Lowdown.
Hi, Dave.
Son
Yeah,
of a
all good. Thank
bitch.
you.
Yeah, we're going to do some Lowdown today. They've got the new album coming out. They've got their new single, first of all, though. The song is called Set Fire. So it's a song we know really well, as they've been playing it in the live settings, and we've seen them so many times live, so we do know this. It's great, because it's going to be They've only ever had... What did they have before this? They had Tell Me More, which we knew very well, and they had one other one before that. I can't even remember what the one was before they did that. So it's great to have a new video. Uh, Although they did play Tell Me More when they played the 6-6 bar, because I got very upset that they'd stopped playing it, was because it was one of my favourite tracks. We're going to make sure they play it next time I see them again. But we've got to check this one out. Now, this is under our category of bands that deserve your love, or do they? Series. So that means we play the video from start to finish, no interruptions, no talking during it, and we will share our thoughts and discussions at the end. So without further ado, let's go check out some Lowdown and Set Fire. Okay, let's go around the houses. I think if Andy kicks this off, then Kirk, and then I'll wrap up at the end on this one. So, Andy, you take the lead.
Yeah. As you said, it's a track that we all know from the live sets. I think we've been playing it for quite a while from the forthcoming album. I must admit, it's not my favourite of the newer tracks from the new album. There are others that I sort of prioritise in sort of looking forward to. That Grind the Axe being one of them. But this is a really good song I remember from their live performances. After the intro, that first riff is almost doom, isn't it? It's got the sort of string bend and it's got that sort of slow tempo. Really good introduction to the song. Dave's run vocals come through really, really clear. Really good production on there, and the drums as well. You can hear, the sort of main beat coming through really well. So it's been produced and recorded really, really well. Unusually for a Lowdown track, it's got sort of very sparse use of the trademark sort of pinch harmonics and string bends. Right. Coming a bit more later on. Not as many as you'd expect from Dave and the boys.
Yeah, that's true.
Video wise, I like the. You'll explain what the effect is called, where they're just sort of lit in a sort of dark environment. I really like that effect. I also like the shots of sort of fingers on fretboards. I think that's I like that as well in the music video. The chorus. I remember it having sort of the backing vocals, but I don't remember them being quite as harsh and as growled as what they are on this recorded version. And I wasn't really that keen on that, to be honest. I preferred perhaps what we hear live, which is more of a harmonisation. I think probably from Ant Pin on second guitar with the vocals. And at 3:15, I don't know if you can confirm or deny this, the pair of you, but it seemed like a new passage to the song, something I didn't really recognise, but Lowdown do often do that. They do sort of rearrange the tracks, perform it slightly differently from what we may have heard before. So maybe they've sort of brought that in just to expand. Maybe. It was unusually long for them. It was sort of five and a half minutes or so. 3:40. After that, there's a really, really good riff which I enjoyed. Long passage of instrumentation there that I really liked. And I thought to myself, those shots behind the sort of doors with the glass window, the glass squares, looks like the Green Room Club 85. Then I remembered that is where they shot it. So that is the Green Room Club 85. I'm certain of that.
Right. Okay.
Obviously made to look like it's not the Green Room Club 85 because it is that small, but it's sort of graffiti-sized and stickered and all sorts of things. But they've made the look of the club really good for this dark, foreboding music video for this new track. So overall, really, really enjoyed it. Just not so keen on those sort of harsh vocal backing vocals on the chorus.
Kirk, what do you reckon?
I'll pick up at that point. I actually did like that. You're right. I don't remember that. I don't remember that in the live version. Here, at first, they did it with a deliberate muffled effect, Ant Pinnell, who's doing them. And I was just thinking the video probably needed them with microphones at that stage. But I really like how the volatility of it in the mix. I'd actually want to go and listen to this with headphones now, because there were some vocal moments in there which were unusually loud. But Dave Runnan's got a commanding voice. He's got that husk, that blues rock voice, and he can even go aggressive into more, perhaps even hardcore territory if he wants to. There's a few things that I just don't remember from the original, like that post-rock, atonal, clean guitar intro, which works well in this video because it's the first time we see the band members and it doesn't dwell on them for too long and it's meant to grab your attention. Like in those days when you'd come home from work, you put on MTV2 and these videos, they try and grab you in 30 seconds, but you don't quite see who the performers are. So I like that they've done that. That opening riff, yeah, it is doom metal, isn't it, Andy? That single note vibrato riffing, love it. Every time I hear this live, I've always got a beer in my hand, and that's the one moment where I feel that I can close my eyes for a few extended seconds and just absorb it. Classic 1990s aesthetic. Dave, it's clear in it when they were using that green room that they wanted a shot where it's deliberately looking through those, I guess you'd say, glass paned they're almost like fire escape doors. They've kind of given it that effect Ministry used on that song Thieves in the late 80s, where they're playing behind mesh wire, or even that band Almighty type of thing they would have done as well. So that's good. I don't know who directed it, but I really appreciate that. I'd also say that, yeah, we've talked about the aggressive backing vocals, which I think do work, and I hope that they can actually start doing that live. There's a good melodic tangent at the 3 minute mark, and that allows Dave to show some of his more sophisticated vocal arrangements there. You've got some multi-harmonies going on, which Ant Pinnell, the second guitarist, can easily get involved with as well on stage. And then we do actually get the two guitar players digging their plectrums in and chugging on those strings, alternate palm muting. I think that's the part at 350, Andy, which you don't remember when you've seen it live. It's kind of like what modern Metallica do, that, isn't it? You know, when they speed things up. Then, yeah, just two more things. I'd say it's good to end the song with that opening riff, the vibrato riff. But Dave, I want to ask, I wonder how they've done that shot at the end. It's like a reverse panorama shot. Do you think they've used a drone? Because it's got them playing. Do you want to, how would you do that? How resourceful would you need to do if you were directing this video? Because that was amazing.
It's a good shot to use a drone. You could still, I mean, basically, you can see from the focusing and the stability of it, it was a drone shot. I mean, the thing is to get a really smooth, high quality one, you've got to spend a lot of money on a drone. This wasn't it wasn't a cheap drone, but it wasn't one of the highest ends because you can tell some of the focuses went out when it was trying to do some of the shots. I don't know if I would have done those shots. There are several shots within this video I question if I would have done it. But then that's down to the individual. It's all down to your own personal preferences when you're shooting videos about what ones you would have gone with and why.
Yeah, I mean, so what's your over to you then, musically in the video?
Well, you guys have covered musically the main things over there, so it's a great track. For me, listening to it, and this is credit to the guys when you hear them live. It doesn't sound as heavy as it is live with them. This felt more rock. It had the groove of it. I think it's because when Dave sings his vocals, he has a bit more power in his live. He has to project hard, so he has a little bit more grit in it when he's projecting. On this one, it was much cleaner when he's doing all those verses. So it didn't come off as quite as heavy as it is live, and that's credit to the guys because when these guys are live, they are absolutely phenomenal. I agree with both of you about the chorus and the backing vocal part.
How?
In the sense that it's repeated 4 times. So basically, you've got that, "We'll set fire, and we will burn." Then he does the next line, and then "we will burn," then "we will burn." And it does. I would have done that tagline on the 4th time only, just to finish to tail off the chorus.
That is what I thought initially as well. You hear that sort of something a bit extra added to the chorus as the song progresses, rather than sort of playing your trump card on the first time round.
Because also when he does it, "Whoa, set fire," there's a nice riff going on underneath that, and because you've got the backing vocals over it, that's actually a nice bit of space that didn't need to be filled up, in my opinion. So, and then also talking about that, we've got a continuity issue in this video. So Ant sings it, then Kev sort of sings it without too much gusto, and I looked at that in the video and gone, Kev doesn't really feel committed like he's singing this bit, so I wouldn't have used that camera angle at that point. And then when we get to near the end and they're doing it, neither of them are singing it. So you can hear the lyrics are going, but it cuts to Ant and it cuts to Kev, and neither one of them are singing the frigging vocal line. I'm like, but in the earlier part of the video, guys, you were singing that vocal line. So you either sing it or you don't.
They needed microphones and mic stands as well.
No, because Dave didn't have a microphone. So if Dave doesn't have a microphone...
They all should have done them.
But he did have a microphone with the grass shots. So again, there's that sense. So there's three locations. There's the black solo looks where they're basically on their own. They're in that room as the other one, and they've got the grass field shot. And for me, this was a kind of decision process of we can't just shoot in one location because it would just get boring. So we need multiple locations, and they've come up with 3, but they don't. The black screen and the room kind of make sense. The field shot, although it's cool, I'm not quite sure how that ties in. Obviously, it only kicked in at the midsection, and I would have probably then said, if you're going to do that, don't go back to any of the old footage. have it. Oh, now that you're at the transitional period, you've launched a new location. Don't go back and show any footage from the old location. Stick with the new one, and it makes a bit more sense. But they did jump back and forth. But again, these are just creative choices. I probably would say if we had asked Dave about it, he'll be able to explain to us the thought process behind them. Love the song though, absolutely great track. I don't know, did Rich have a big zit on his face or something when they filmed this? Because there's like one shot of Rich near the end on drums where you can actually see his face, and I think one really, really early on with a hood on playing. The rest of the time, you can just see him in the background. I'm like, seriously, like Ant's getting close ups, Kev's got close ups, Dave, like, I've got a drumstick in the back, guys, I can play too. Look, put me on camera. Fucking cheeky treating drummers like that. Put the drummers on fucking camera, for fuck's sake. Cheeky bastards. Anyway, that's my final question. That's my final thought. Give Rich more freaking video time next time, because he deserves it. We drummers have got to stick together. Yeah, great track, great video. So yeah, we'll have to go check them out. Where we've got them on one of ours. We've got them on a couple of shows coming up. We've got them at the Black Prince in Northampton, and of course Scruffy Murphy's in Birmingham.
Oh, okay.
That's July and August this year. So I know they're the two shows we've got below down coming up. So there you go. If you enjoyed our video today, please do like, share, and subscribe. We'll see you in another video sometime very soon. Take care. Bye-bye. You.